Welcome to the Intuitive Therapist Podcast with Janis R. Cohen, therapist, clairvoyant, empath, and medium. Listen in as she takes a no-nonsense deep dive into real human struggles and how to resolve them. Janis will share channeled information from her spirit guide team, as well as the angels and archangels, to help you master your emotional, physical, financial, and spiritual destiny. And now, Janis R. Cohen. Hey y'all, welcome to the Intuitive Therapist Podcast. I'm your host, Janis Cohen, the Intuitive Therapist, and I wanted to wish everybody a happy new year. Holy moly, we're in the second, almost third week, I think, of 2025. And I don't know about you, but I can certainly feel a difference between the energy now and the energy of last year. It just feels different. And one of the biggest messages that I've been getting, because I've been kind of in this winter period, one of the biggest messages I've been getting is to completely live life from my heart. Completely trust my intuition. And that's it. Literally, that's the message I've been getting over and over and over again. Of course, with a sense of real big expansion that's coming. But it's real, and it's really, the message has been, live from your heart. Get out of your head, live from your heart. So I wanted to share that with you in the event that you're kind of wondering what the likely theme is for most of us in 2025. It's living from the heart. It's trusting our instincts. It's recognizing red flags and making decisions in our own best interest. It's trusting your intuition. So that said, I want to spend a little time today diving into this concept of quantum physics and this idea of how to align your brain with the frequency of your desires. Now, believe it or not, you actually can rewire your brain to align with the exact frequency of everything you have ever wanted. But it starts with learning how to harness the energy of your thoughts and emotions. Now, if you have done any studying or listening to any expert who has achieved great things in their lives, and you've looked at them and you're like, how in the heck did they do that? And they're telling you, well, you've just got to align your energy. You've got to raise your frequency to be able to win the $1 billion lottery, or get that job, or call in that perfect mate. Like, that's all you got to do. You just got to raise your frequency. And most people are like, oh, well, logically that sounds great. Okay, but how do I do that? What is that all about? And so I'm going to get into that today. Okay, so I want to first talk about the quantum field in your brain. So I want to break it down here. So at the heart of the quantum field is the idea that everything in the universe, matter, energy, even your thoughts, is made up of vibrating particles. Everything is energy, vibrating at different frequencies. So think about it. Your body, your emotions, your environment, your desires, they all have a frequency. And this is not just some spiritual concept. It's rooted in science. It's rooted in quantum physics. In the quantum world, energy and information, they're not fixed. They're fluid, and they can change depending on the observer, meaning you. So when we're talking about rewiring the brain, what we're really talking about is changing your frequency to align with the vibrational energy of what you want. When your frequency matches that of your desires, the universe, or the quantum field, responds by bringing you those desires into your physical reality. Now, your brain is a powerful tool for this process. And I'm going to talk about some really, really cool things here. So, even if you're not a fan of learning how the brain works, um, hopefully today will be just interesting or entertaining. But if you are a fan, then you're really going to love today. So, your brain is a powerful tool for this process. Neuroscientists have discovered that our brains, they're not static. They can change and they can adapt through a phenomenon called neuroplasticity. Okay. And that means neuroplasticity means that the brain can form new neural connections throughout your life. So when you change, listen to this is the coolest thing. When you change your thoughts and emotions, in other words, you can get your emotional energy behind a new thought. You are literally rewiring your brain, changing the way it functions, the synapses, the chemicals that are either withheld or released, and aligning with a higher vibrational frequency. That's really freaking cool that you can influence your brain that way simply by getting your energy behind a new and better thought. And your brain is going to believe that, right? And I'm going to help you understand why. Now, here's how to rewire your brain to match the frequency of your desires. Okay? Because anybody can do this. And you don't have to have major training. You can. There are experts who do this, but I'm going to give you some strategies about how to do this. And I'm going to tell you a little story about how I was able to do this myself on multiple occasions. So the first step is to recognize that thoughts are energy. And again, I want you, if you can, get out of, I've already heard this before, get out of uncoachable mode and just get into student mode and just listen, because I may end up saying something to you in a way that you haven't heard before. So if you're not in a coachable mood today and you don't want to learn something new, shut me off and go listen to somebody else. But if you do, listen to this, right? So I want you to recognize thoughts are energy. Every thought you have carries energy, and this energy has a vibration. When you think negatively, think about it this way: your frequency drops. When you think positively, your frequency rises. But it's not just about thinking happy thoughts, it's literally about feeling them. Thoughts that evoke a strong emotional response are far more powerful than neutral ones because they create an energetic charge, right? That's why we're triggered. We still have an energetic emotional charge to certain things that have not been emotionally completed. And I've talked about all of that, but I'm going to focus solely on what we're talking about today, matching your frequency, your brain, with the frequency of your desires. So when you focus on your desires, imagine them in vivid detail. Feel the excitement, the joy, the fulfillment that would come with manifesting them. We've all done that. Think about it. If you imagine winning the billion dollar lottery, somebody did, and they ended up really with like 25% take home, okay, which is still over $400 million. Now, if anybody asked me what I would do with $400 million, I would be able to tell you immediately. It's a lot of money, but I would be able to tell you overall what I would do and how I would use it, right? So we can tap into what it feels like to have what we want faster than you can imagine. Because if you can do that with a lottery, you can do that with anything else in your life. So this emotional energy sends a strong signal to the quantum field, broadcasting your frequency to match the very things you want to attract, right? And it's a very, very simple statement. If you don't have what you want in your life, you're not a vibrational match. You're just not. And so you've got to be able to upgrade how you feel. In other words, connect with the future you having what you want and embody that. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit more about that. Now, the second suggestion I'm going to make is visualization and emotion. So this is kind of like 5 steps here. So the second step is creating your new reality. through visualization and emotion. And this is key. It is like the key. It's one thing to be able to have a vision, but it's another thing to be really excited about it and like be in it, like be all in it, like you're covered like a wrestler covered in, I don't know, jello. Get all in that dream. Get all in there. Visualization is a powerful tool to rewire your brain. But it's not just about seeing what you want. It's about experiencing it emotionally as if it's happening right now. Neuroscientists, there have been a lot of studies um, that show that your brain, this is the coolest thing. I want you to hear this. Your brain cannot distinguish between what you vividly imagine and what is real. I'm serious about this. This is what is so cool about the brain. That's why they call it neuroplasticity. It's fluid. It can move. You can shift it and change it. So that's why athletes that you hear about who've not only broken records in sports, but who have also set new records, world records, or records of achievement, they've all used this strategy of literally seeing their success specifically in the way that they want to achieve it over and over and over again. It's like they're telling their brain, this is the truth. This is how it is. And they feel it, they believe it, they feel it in their body crossing that finish line at that particular time with at least 10 feet ahead of the person behind them, right? So they do this specifically over and over and over again so that the brain believes that this perspective that they're really thinking about is the real truth. So when you visualize your dream life, your brain activates the same neural circuits as though you are actually living it. For example, if you want financial abundance, yeah, you could visualize receiving money, but if you don't feel the feelings of actually like, oh my God, I'm looking at my bank account, holy crap, $100,000 just dropped in. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, I have $100,000 suddenly appear in my bank account. And oh my gosh, look what I get to put in savings. Look what bills I can pay. I feel so abundant. I feel like anything is possible. And you just over and over and over again, you just dive right deep into that and you start to bring up your vibration and really feel that, then you're calling that in. It may not happen the moment you're done saying these things, and it may not happen in a day, but it could happen in 2 days or a week, right? You're calling it in. So the longer you stay in that state of it already being true, where you close your eyes and you visualize it. I heard somebody say one time, touch your dream at least once a day, right? So you got to feel the emotions of gratitude, excitement, and the financial freedom and relief that you want, right? So it's the emotion vibration connection that starts to align your brain's frequency with the frequency of abundance or whatever you want. Now, the third step is repetition and focus. So this is where you become a vibrational match. It's not enough that you do it once. This has got to be, again, we're reprogramming the brain. We're leading the brain to believe what we want it to believe, right? So here's where the rewiring comes in. And to change your brain's frequency and create a new reality, you have got to practice this focus and emotion consistently. It's not a one-time exercise, like I mentioned. It's a lifestyle shift. Your thoughts, emotions, and energy must align with what you desire day after day after day. Repetition is key to rewiring your brain's default pattern, and the more you focus on what you want, the more your brain will align with that frequency. And you can use positive affirmations and power words to enhance this process by consistently repeating them, but with emotion. It's not enough. You could say all the words that other people are using, and it means nothing if your body, your energy doesn't support it, right? Doesn't back it up. And you begin to train your subconscious mind to elevate your vibrational frequency. So I want to share an experience that I had with you the other day. So I was feeling particularly discouraged. It was a funky day, and it's rare that I feel discouraged, but it was a funky day. And I was getting frustrated at myself for feeling that way. Of course, I know better to hold space for myself. Well, that day was not a day that I was really willing to do that. So, all of this illogical, inaccurate stuff kind of led me to feel kind of helpless that day to change what I wanted to change because I have big goals, big dreams. I continue to have them in my life. But my soul knows that feeling discouraged isn't my truth. But my ego mind was doing a great job of convincing me that I was actually stuck. So I decided to flip the script on my ego. And I decided to practice this pattern that I know, this process that I'm teaching you. I know this. So I started to do it. And I began to start spewing out all of these amazing affirmations about myself and my life. And I didn't stop until I was done, and I said each of them with conviction, like they were already true, right? So the first affirmation that I began with, and I've talked about this one in earlier podcast episodes, is everything is always working out for me. And I said it with such certainty, even though I was feeling doubt and discouragement and a sense of helplessness. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Everything is always working out for me. I mean, I can't believe it, right? Like, it's amazing. Look where I am. I'm in my car with the freedom to drive, and I'm going to go to the grocery. How wonderful that is. And oh my gosh. And then I leaned into this. I choose to know and believe that. There's a podcast episode on that. It's the 7 words that will change your life. I think that's what it's called. But it's I choose to know and believe that. And I just went on a rant, and I didn't stop finishing that sentence until I began to feel my vibration rise higher and higher, because I was coming into alignment with what my soul knew was truth. And it changed the nature of my day. I choose to know and believe that the universe supports me in all ways. I choose to know and believe clarity is here. I choose to know and believe I am completely healthy. I choose to know and believe I am safe, supported, inspired. I choose to know and believe that my intuition is always right. I choose to know and believe I have the best people in my life. And I kept going on and on and on and on until I get to the point where I get back to everything is always working out for me. So I was able to get back to a sense of equilibrium and a sense of safety that I was able to establish for me, right? So if you need a sticky note on your computer, or maybe in all places in your home or in your car that helps cue you to rant about how effing good your life is, because you have all the things in your life that you want and you really feel this in your entire body, then go ahead and tape those reminders in as many places as you want, because it's so easy to let your mind convince you that you're bad or you've screwed up, or you're never going to recover, or this is the first day of shitty days for the rest of your life. It's like, oh hell no. You've got to be the master of your mind. And you've got to claim what you want for yourself. You only become a victim of your mind when you believe the negativity. You have to push back. Your job is to push back against the negativity and lean into everything is always working out for me. I may not know what's coming. I may not always know how to handle things, but I know for certain everything is always working out for me. And if that's the case, and because that's the case, I choose to know and believe that I can handle whatever comes. I choose to know and believe that I have what it takes to achieve what I want to achieve, as long as I trust the universe. So I want you to take charge of your mind and your frequency and see what results you notice in your external world. Now, This next part, I wanted to give you, um, what did I write down here? Oh, this is the 5 steps. I wrote down a exercise I want to take you through to help you put these principles into practice that I was just talking with you about. So I'm going to guide you through an exercise that you can use daily to start rewiring your brain and align it with your desires. And all you need is a quiet space and a commitment to transform who you are and how you think and what your brain believes. So I want you to kind of mark this moment. We're about 20 minutes in. And if you need to listen to this every day, please do. But for now, if you're driving, listen to it kind of with one ear, but come back to it when you're able to sit down and just focus here. So if you're driving, don't close your eyes. Just listen to my words, okay? And then do it later. So as you're sitting comfortably, close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a second, and exhale through your mouth, counting to 5, releasing any tension. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale through your mouth for 8. And ground yourself in the present moment. Feel yourself sitting wherever you're sitting. Feel your body in the chair. And allow yourself to listen to my voice. Think of one desire you'd like to manifest. I don't care how outlandish it is, but what's a desire that you want? Be specific. Is it a thriving business? A loving, true, deep, abiding, romantic, intimate relationship? Is it financial freedom? Is it a healthy, fit body? Picture it clearly in your mind. Visualize it in as much detail as possible. See it, feel it, hear it. Get into the emotional state of already having it. If it's a dream car, hear yourself opening the door, getting into that seat and smelling the new leather interior. Hear how your body squeaks on the seat. Hear what it feels like to press the button to start the car or put your key in the ignition, putting your foot on the brake and starting the car. Hear all of those sounds. Hear the engine roaring if you get a sports car, or how the engine is silent if you're driving a sedan. If it's money in your bank account that you want, see the numbers increasing in your account and feel the insane joy of overflow and surplus. Notice how you feel when you allow yourself to anchor into what all of your senses are telling you about what's happening. Notice how you feel. Notice how present you are to your dreams. You feel joy, excitement, relief, peace. Stay in that emotion. Just stay there. Stay. It's such a good sweet spot. Stay there. And allow yourself to really feel those Louboutin shoes on those gorgeous heels on your feet. Allow yourself to taste the beautiful dinner that you're eating. Allow yourself to truly feel the victory of finally being debt free, and that you actually have a lot of extra money in the bank, and that you actually feel safe for the first time in your life. And you can exhale on that. Now, as you hold that vision and emotional state, I want you to repeat these phrases in your mind or out loud. And I want you to feel every word deeply. And if you want to just listen to me say them and you feel it inside your body, that's fine too. I am in perfect alignment with all of my desires. My energy is a perfect match for my dreams. Everything I need is already on its way to me. I trust the process of life. I am worthy. I am so worthy of receiving all that I desire. It is my divine birthright. It's meant for me. I'm good enough for it. My thoughts create my reality, and I choose to think thoughts that serve my highest good only. I only think highest good thoughts. I am in flow of abundance, love, and peace. Love and peace and abundance are all around me all of the time. I always feel abundant. I live an abundant life. The universe is always conspiring in my favor. All things are working out together for my highest good. Everything is always working out for me. Always working out for me. And I am so happy in my life. As you repeat these powerful phrases, imagine an anchor forming within you, okay? A light that connects you to your higher and ultimate self, that has everything that you have just thought about that you want. And that this light comes in from the top and connected to your higher self all the way down your spine and anchors itself deeply into the center of the universe, allowing you to feel grounded with the universe's core. Visualize this light radiating outward, sending vibrations of your desires into the universe, knowing that you already have them and that all your being is a magnet. That's all your being. Picture your energy field aligning with the frequency of your dreams. And if you're a visual person, you could do this pretty easily. If you're not a visual person and you feel things, feel what it feels like to extend your energy, right? Your energy field, and have it feel the connection, the complete fit with the frequency of your dreams. Just feel that. And allow this connection to become more and more intense as you just stay with it. Just feel that right now. I am in perfect alignment with all of my desires. I extend my energy field out and it fits in perfectly with everything that I want. Oh, that feels so good. And it was easy. I didn't have to push. Finally, affirm to yourself, I am already a vibrational match to everything I desire. And feel the truth of these words because you've just done it. You're not waiting for your desires to arrive. They are already here in the quantum field, and you're pulling them towards you like a magnet. Now, take a deep breath in, hold it, and slowly exhale as you open your eyes. and trust that you've already taken the first step in rewiring your brain. This is the trick to manifestation. Repeat this process daily, and over time, you're going to notice your thoughts and emotions naturally align with the frequency of your desires, and your external world is going to start showing up. So, now that you've learned how to rewire your brain and align your frequency with the life you desire, remember, you are the creator of your reality. And just like I experienced the other day, this sense of helplessness, I was like, oh, no, 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 I'm not doing that because I don't want to feel that, because that's not who I am. That's not who any of us are. Sadness, despondency, helplessness. No way. We are vibrational beings that can change our vibration when we choose to. And so every thought, every feeling, every belief is shaping the world around you. And the power to manifest, it's already within you. We just went through it, right? And quantum physics confirms this. So I'd like to encourage you as many times as possible, use this exercise I just took you through to make the quantum shift, and stay consistent. Know that you are always in a state of creation, and that every moment it's an opportunity to elevate your frequency. So I hope this episode empowers you to step into the life of your dreams. And I did want to talk about, because I've had many, many days where I've just felt heavy and that I couldn't upgrade my vibration. But I would tell you, this is the trick, because it worked the other day and it's worked other times. You start out with, everything is always working out for me. And then you say that with conviction. And then you start to finish this sentence. I choose to know and believe that. And you just finish it over and over and over again with all of the positive things. You don't think about it. You just let your mouth spew the words out until you're done. And you will raise your vibration. You will feel better. So if this episode resonated with you, be sure to subscribe, and please rate and write a review. Rate the podcast, write a review. It helps me. And share it with somebody who needs to hear this message. And I hope that if you need any help, you can reach out for a reading, a regression, or some therapy. I am happy to help. And I want you to keep raising your vibration. And of course, I want you to always live intuitively. Have a wonderful week, y'all.
Thanks for listening to The Intuitive Therapist. If you like what you heard, the best compliment you can give us is to share this podcast with a friend. And be sure to give us some stars and a favorable review at Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen in.